Tune up auric field for optimum health. Long before there was medicine, we healed. The body innately knows how to heal itself, and we are born with that ability. Andrew Weil, MD, an authority in integrative medicine, brainwaves, and healing, is sure that the body knows how to heal itself. We just have to give it the right instructions when it has temporarily lost its way. In the field of quantum physics, or more specifically quantum mechanics, there is no matter. Everything is energy or vibration. In the older science of Newtonian physics, the atom was the smallest known bit of matter. Now, quantum mechanics has shown that atoms consist of even smaller particles, and at the heart of their composition is nothing space, pure existence, and energy. The energy that each electron in an atom emits is like a wave. As a living being, you have various layers of energy, just as an atom has neutrons, protons, electrons, and quarks. In more esoteric terms, we have a physical body as well as an energetic body, the latter of which is even more susceptible to sound and vibration. We are so much more than the physical body. Our light bodies or energetic bodies surround us in layers, or energy fields. The sensation when our waves meet others is something we feel physically, mentally, and emotionally. If we think of ourselves as being like one of those Russian Babushka dolls with many dolls nesting inside the outer layer, then you have an idea of our aura. Let us begin with the spark of divinity in the center of our physical body, that is our soul, spark of consciousness, or whatever name your wisdom tradition has called it. It is our immortality that continues when the corporal body dies. From there, we have 7 layers or auric fields. Each of these auric fields has its own frequency that interacts with all the other fields and the human body. Each field is described in the following list. 1. We are acutely aware of the physical body from the moment we are born. It includes organs, bones, nerves, and sinews. We feel the pleasures and pains it creates to teach us how to live on earth. But perhaps we are not always so aware and tuned into the other 6 non-physical auric layers. 2. The emotional body makes up our next layer and is associated with our feelings and our moods. When it is out of tune, the whole living mechanism is thrown out of kilter. The emotional field reaches 1 to 3 inches, 2.54 to 7.62 centimeters, from the body. 3. The mental field can reach anywhere from 3 to 8 inches, 9 to 20 centimeters, from the body and contains our thoughts, ideas, and cognitive processes. It needs to be in balance with the emotional body to link intuition and logic. 4. Next we have the astral or causal field, which is the bridge between our physical existence and the spiritual realms. It can carry imprints of past lives. 5. The next auric field is the etheric template. It can extend 12 inches, 30 centimeters, from the body, and it is where we can connect to the spiritual realms and feelings of unconditional love and joy. It is the field where we may find clarity about life's purpose, a sense of connection to those around us, and our place in the universal scheme of things. 6. The celestial aura, or 6th field, can extend up to 2.5 feet, about 80 centimeters. This level is connected to the spiritual realm. Communication with those in the spiritual realm takes place here along with unconditional love and feelings of ecstasy. 7. And finally, the 7th layer, the etheric, or divine field, extends 3 feet, 90 centimeters, and holds all the other auric fields together. It vibrates at our highest frequency and allows us to feel the oneness of creation and the universal life force that permeates all existence. For optimum health, all 7 fields need to be in harmony yet also play their individual role. Just as an orchestra is made up of many instruments, the beauty of a symphony is experienced when the instruments combine their multiple frequencies with the intention to create harmonic beauty, move the emotions, and thrill the heart. You may need to retune your auric fields if you feel you have lost your sense of direction in the world or that your life lacks purpose, especially if you find negativity overwhelming you and can't seem to find balance. The world is a place of joy and shadows, but the one should not outweigh the other. Tuning the auric field will help you negotiate your way through life and find balance. So how do we tune up our auric field? Each of the vitamins in this video will have a unique effect. Gong bathing, vitamin G, singing bowls, vitamin B, or tuning forks, vitamin F, will be particularly beneficial and have additional benefit when being directed by a trained practitioner. Your own voice, vitamins C, M, and V, is available 24/7. The simple act of breathing, vitamin B, is one of the most accessible and instant ways to reduce stress. When we breathe fully into our lower lungs, belly breathing as we did when we were babies, we increase oxygen, lower blood pressure, and bring the mind into the present moment. Humming, vitamin M, so named after the sound that is made when humming, and singing, an integral part of many of the vitamins, have a remarkable effect both physically and on the psyche and spirit. When we employ the power of sound, some specific effects are the stimulation of nitric oxide, the destruction of disease, and the feeling of overall harmony within the body. Each is described further below. Nitric oxide, NO, is a molecule created when a nitrogen atom binds to an oxygen atom. NO is fundamental to all animate life on this planet, including plants. In humans, it is created in our vascular, blood, system and nerve and immune cells and is released into our tissues as a gas. It is not released in a constant stream but at regular intervals or cycles called puffing. This regular level of NO keeps our cells balanced, relaxed, and slightly alert in order to monitor our health. When we are under attack from viruses or bacteria, our body cells increase the production of NO. This sounds the alarm and initiates a biochemical response. NO by itself can also attack to neutralize viruses, bacteria, and free radicals. Once the threat is neutralized, the body cells return to a relaxed and watchful state. NO works in 6-minute puffing cycles that instruct the autonomic nervous system to hold a balance between the parasympathetic, relaxed, mode and the sympathetic, fight or flight, mode. When we are stressed, we remain in sympathetic mode. The result is a compromised NO puffing cycle, and in extremis, a shutdown. This can have serious consequences for our health and the cardiovascular system in particular. Researchers use the word spiking to describe the stimulation or reactivation of NO puffing in cells. If stress has led to compromised NO puffing, research has shown that the application of the 128 Hz tuning fork to spike and enhance NO puffing will return the autonomic nervous system to balance and signal the natural release of antibacterial, antiviral agents on a microcellular level. Naturopathic physician John Beaulieu writes, "We experimented with the tuning forks in the lab. At first the biochemists could not believe how fast the reaction took place, or that it even took place at all. We observed the nitric oxide spiking. When the nervous system comes into tune and nitric oxide is stimulated, some of the benefits attributed by researchers are enhanced cell vitality, which is the basis of anti-aging, a stabilized body metabolism that regulates digestion and body weight, an enhanced vascular flow leading to increased energy, stamina, sexual drive, enhanced memory, and a greater sense of well-being. Furthermore, research has demonstrated that the proper stimulation of NO acts as a preventative to the development of arteriolar sclerosis, stroke, heart attack, diabetes, Alzheimer's, depression, autoimmune disease, and cancer. Another way that sound can support health is that it can eliminate disease and other unwanted invaders of the body. Royal Raymond Rife discovered that each disease, bacterium, and virus has a unique electronic signature and vibrates at its own unique frequency and pattern. In other words, each has a sonic identity just as we all have individual fingerprints. He proposed that viruses and bacteria all have their own fields and that the field must be destroyed, or they would revive. So, he worked to create a field of resonance that would target each virus or bacterium within its specific field of sound and thus destroy it. Sound can also bring together incoherent systems into holistic resonance, harmony, and health, which impacts our psyche and spirit, benefits us physically, and helps us to tune our auric field. In physics, the word entrainment means that two objects or systems that are oscillating or vibrating differently can be brought into synchronicity. It is thought that the suprachiasmatic nuclei of the brain is the master pacemaker that entrains the periphery of the body. Think of how pendulum clocks can oscillate in synchronicity when near one another. The use of specific frequencies can entrain the body, its organs, and nervous system to a state of balance, thus creating the optimum condition for healing and health. For example, listening to music has an uplifting or calming effect on our emotional and mental state. Consider the effect of a favorite song or musical passage that evokes visions of beauty or crosses a bridge to a time when we experienced happiness in a certain place or with a person we love. Listening to or creating music can lower the heart rate and blood pressure. It can inspire us to follow our dreams or face difficult circumstances. Sound is a bridge to other worlds. Certain sounds can transport us around the planet to oceans and forests, temples, and mountain tops. The sound of rainfall can soothe and relax the mind. Drumming and rhythm have likewise been known for millennia for their effects on the human psyche and body. As you watch through this video, you will find examples of ways to employ and integrate sound in every spectrum of your daily life. What if every word, thought, or sound you encounter in daily life is as important and powerful as the food you eat? If we are what we eat, we are also what we hear. Is your sonic diet nourishing or toxic?